Hi, it's Doug Holland, LMT, with another massage tip for massage professionals. Today we're going to be discussing 3 reflexes, foot reflexes, that help with some of the symptoms of fibromyalgia. Now, as far as the painful side of fibromyalgia, we believe that deep tissue therapy actually helps the best. But as far as the nervous system and the endocrine system, it is my opinion, after practicing reflexology for 20 years, that these 3 reflexes will help the most. What are they? The first is the amygdala reflex. That is the most powerful reflex in the body. It helps deal with all the depression and anxiety and the emotion that comes with having this painful condition. The second one is the adrenal reflex. This reflex helps with the giddy up and go. You know, when a person has fibromyalgia, they generally have no energy. They're tired all the time and they're irritable because of that. So that reflex is an important one. And the last one is the hip sciatic reflex. A person needs to have deep relaxation and a sense of calm when they're undergoing this condition. And when we strike this reflex, we see good results with that. So where are these 3 reflexes located? I've got my book here, and the chart, if you take a look at the chart, you'll see here on the top of the hallux, the top of the toe, on the medial and lateral aspect is the amygdala reflex. Here in this blue area is the adrenal reflex, and down here on the bottom of the plantar pad, you can see where the hip sciatic reflex is. And if we turn to a lateral view, I'll just flip this over. This is the lateral and medial view of the chart here. You can see the amygdala reflex here on the medial aspect. And then you can also see where the hip sciatic reflex, see how much it covers? This whole area here too. And in the video that in this video will demonstrate on the feet how we do this, but you're going to want your thumb and fingers to be right about in this area right here. So if you are interested in buying this book, the charts are already in there, or you'll see the chart on my website at Holland, reflexology.com. But anyways, what we're going to do now is go down to the feet. I'm going to demonstrate how to do these 3 reflexes, and we hope that you practice them on your own patients and get the same good results. Okay, so we're going to now demonstrate how we work the 3 main reflexes that I believe help with certain symptoms of fibromyalgia. The most important one is the amygdala reflex. In my opinion, it is the most powerful reflex in the body. It has the strongest sensation when I work on anybody, and it affects the nervous system in a profound way. So the way I like to work the amygdala reflex is realize that it's on the top, on the medial and lateral aspects of the hallux here. And what I use is a corkscrew motion. I get a firm hold on the foot, and I reach my 2 fingers around the toe like that. I lift the toe and I begin to do a back and forth external and internal rotation all the way up to the very tip of the toe. I make sure that they don't have any ingrown toenails or things like that you can cut into their skin, but I am definitely applying pressure inward all the way up. Now if you're down deeper, it's the neck. Obviously you're working the neck, but as you get further and further up, you're getting towards the midbrain this way, and of course into those lobes. So that is what I call the amygdala reflex. The next reflex is the adrenal reflex. Adrenal reflex is found right about there. And on my chart, on my website, you can see where the blue line, the oblique line, goes right through here. You're going to hit that adrenal reflex, and the way I like to do it is I use a hooking motion. I take my thumb and I hook into the reflex itself, and then I push deeply into it and then release. So it's a compression and a hooking motion with my thumb into that reflex. And then you can just hold it. You'll know when you're there because most people have a strong sensation when you strike that reflex. The last reflex that I demonstrate on is the hip sciatic reflex, which on the chart you'll see red goes all the way around the back side of the heel, and it covers a part of the plantar pad itself, just not the center part, but all the way around the plantar pad, and then both sides of the heel itself. And the way I like to strike that reflex is I take my thumb and my index finger and I simply place it on opposite sides and pin my thumb and finger into that soft tissue on either side, and then I just gently rock the foot like this, and that hits the reflex on either side. Now this is a very, very painful reflex to do on people. You got to be careful. And you can move your fingers just slightly around a 1/4 inch one direction or 1/4 inch the other direction like this, and you will hit those, even have stronger sensations than that. So again, the hip sciatic reflex down here is going to bring about deep relaxation of the body. The adrenal reflex here is going to give us our giddy up and go. And the amygdala is going to help us with emotional issues such as depression and anxiety. So those are the 3 ways that I strike the reflexes, and I hope this helps. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reflexology tip on how to help somebody with fibromyalgia. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. And just remember this, if there's no discomfort on the table, well, it's probably nothing more than a foo-foo massage.